What's up everybody, they are here again. Today I want to make a video on how I make a block, because right now I'm going to be making the last permanent block that is on this farm. So I want to show how I make a block. Just like I did for the first block, on the new plot over there, I did this with the second block, that is this one that is partially covered and partially still planted with some few buonci largo, Italian basil, Swiss chard, and kale and turmeric. Turmeric I'm testing out how to grow it here, because I think it's gonna be a very good crop to grow. Yeah, here we are at the last block that I'm going to be making on this farm. So let me show you around how I plan and set up a block. Every block has their kind of all little tweaks that you have to do. For the most part, these blocks need to have a pathway. I can show you here. From the fence to where the beds have to start, I have a distance of 3.5 meters. The reason is because I also need access ways to move heavy equipment and other stuff. So I need this area to be clear so that I can move my equipment over there. So between this block, the one with the beads, the new block, I have around 1.5 meter distance, so where the beds would start. So all these white lines, if you guys can see on the camera, so this white line going there and this white line going there, those are where the bed would start, and they will cross here. I have a distance of 1.5 meters is because in the future I will be making temporary structure, like temporary greenhouse structure here. So I need some bit of spacing to put the leftover fabric or any kind of other material that I need, so that I can put two at the same time. So I could put one for this block, so I could put one for this block, the new one, and for the second block, right next to it. So it makes it easier for you to grow through the summer. These are some of the criteria that I had to implement. After knowing where your start point is, so starting point here, that is from here to the start of another block is 1.5 meters, and from here to the fence is around 3.5 meters. So you can measure the length on how much beds you want to have. So in this case I am keeping with the standard of 10 beds per block. So in total it is around 10.6 meters, because each one of the beds take a total of space. So each one of the beds take a space of around 75 centimeters, and the pathway that I use, the walkway that I use to walk between the beds is 1 feet or 30 centimeters. So when you put that all together for 10 beds, removing the end walkways, you get around 10.6 meters if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, now you got the length, and now you need the width of the beds. In my case, all mine are 40 feet long or 12.2 meters long. So then you send a line down, and then you have the width and the length, and then you have your width and your length, and then you can cross calculate how much the length is for you to get the whole block squared. So it is not so important to get that precise, but having that good enough that everything is squared, good enough, it will make setting up your irrigation system way easier. So in my case, mine end one, that is this one, I crossed it from the other ones to get this point. So let me give you a reference on how big it is. So from this over here is where it starts, and then I run a line all here, and then run a line till this point, so that I can get the cross reference to make everything squared. After doing that, you can just repeat it for the other side, and then you can get a squared block. And then designing the beds is pretty simple. So I measured the beds, so from this to this is 75 centimeters, and from this to the white string is around 30 centimeters, being my pathway on the farm. I want to show this because this is pretty much going to be the last one I'm going to build that is permanent. In the future I will be making temporary blocks, but they will not precisely fit in this structure. So once this thing is built, hopefully by next month it's already been built, and I would have covered it again and let all the weeds die again, and then yeah, I would have gone from there just like all the other blocks. Just start introducing a lot of nutrients so that the soil becomes healthy. Mostly in this block I will be growing longer term crops, so this is probably not going to get overhead. This is going to get pretty much strips. I am going to be growing mostly long term crops like turmeric, ginger, ponche largo, basil, those kind of crops that take a while for them to grow. In the future I may make a greenhouse here so that I can have easier access to, so that I can have more space for nursery, but we'll get there when we get there. So mostly on the farm right now I've been super busy because I am starting up everything again. All the cherry tomatoes again, so producing that around 100 plants again. So I have to transplant it, finish with the greenhouse again, give it nutrient. Yeah, a lot of stuff to do, and I have to stay on top of everything else that is normally a job. So it's been fun. So yeah, I hope you guys found this interesting. This is, I think, a shorter video that I normally make, but I wanted to really show this because yeah, this is the last block I'm going to be make that is permanent, and yeah, after that most of the blocks that I'm going to make are temporary, that will probably be removed and then do something else on the field. And yeah, showing this would make it a little bit easier for you to see with the strings in the floor, because probably by next month that is already built, that is done, and I need to work on the greenhouse, getting that ready for the tomatoes, and I have to continue dealing with weeds. Well, I hope you guys found this interesting. This is the end of the video, and peace. Pasa un buen día.